Okay, this is a review of Chris Livingood's modifications to the RFY shock. I asked him to do pretty much everything that he has to offer as far as upgrades to the shock, and it looks like he may even have taken it a little bit further, where he actually made a two-stage shock out of this Chinese, and it does look like he's paid quite a bit of detail to it. He included the two preload adjusters, and as you can see, the spherical bearing install looks really good, and the C-clips are retaining them well. It looks great. And these are some inserts that'll help us get through the 14 millimeter. Included a passel of stickers for me, which is good because I'm probably going to turn these stickers inside that are on here and put this under the seat. That is my current mode of operation when it comes to these things. So that's what it looks like fresh out of the box. They do look new. There are no scratches on them. Wonderful job so far, Chris. I can't wait to try them on. This is the bike that I'll be putting them on. It's a 2014 Bolt that has been converted to be a cafe style. These are not the shocks that Chris sent me. These are not stock. They are RFY unmodified. They are very soft and kind of uncomfortable to ride, a little bit sloppy in the back end. I'm not terribly displeased with them. They are barely adequate, but this is why I wanted them to be modified by Chris. I decided to buy a stock set and have him work on them, and he did sell me the set. The total cost of the upgrade was roughly $330. These are the shocks that he sent me. Again, not the ones that are on the bike right now. Once you take the nuts off, you can see why I opted to get the spherical bearing install. I think these will make a significant difference. While I'm in here, I'm going to take advantage of the ride height adjusters and give it about another 1/4 to a 1/2 inch here before I put them on. Chris was kind enough to put extra shims in there because I had to destroy 2 of them using my grinder to try to cut them, and I resolved to do it in a pipe cutter instead. So now we're putting the shims in place to keep them from going back and forth too much. So now the shims are cut on and ready to go. Okay, so I took it out for a few miles there, about 5 miles. Did a little high speed, did a little cornering, did a little of everything, hit a couple of really good dips, and I gotta say, my first impressions are that's not even the same shock. They are outstanding in comparison. I will have to get some miles on them before I make a final conclusion, but I'll give you a breakdown after I hand write up a little thing to say about what I meant on the differences. Okay, so I double checked that everything was good and tight, and we're in pretty good shape. So let me give you a quick description of exactly how I feel here. The old shocks themselves were incredibly soft. They also tended to bounce quite a bit. We didn't like the bouncing at all. These new ones pick up every curve just beautifully, and they pick up the bumps even in a rumble strip and really rough road. Seems to be following very well, tracking very well. Not as slow as the old shocks, definitely a lot faster. And all I can say is overall my first impressions of it, of Chris's work, is just brilliant. It's running absolutely perfectly now. I couldn't ask for a better shock for the price, that's for sure. I've got a lot of experience, over 30 motorcycles over the years. I've done all kinds of different modifications to them, but I'm no expert. I can just tell you that it corners better now, handles bumps a lot better now. There is 0 bounce, and I have no preload on it right now. It's perfect feeling for the first ride, and we'll get back in about a month and see how it goes. Okay, so now the shocks are on, and I'm about ready to take her for her first test drive. Sorry, I don't have a camera that I can take with me.